Before I recognize our next speaker, I'll say that during our first term, I realized that we have some mutual friends from college. And I can say that Representative Liberati and I are probably very thankful that many years ago in the 80s, there was not social media when we were in school together. The chair recognizes the Honorable Frank Liberati.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and you're absolutely correct with that. So colleagues, as some of my other representatives here have said, there's all kinds of different farewell speeches, some very contentious, some very funny, some way, way, way too long. Fred Durhall, ring a bell? So I had a hard time deciding what I wanted to say in my own speech, but I decided to stay away from the contentious stuff. And in the interest of time, I'm not going to talk about personal satisfaction of helping constituents or passing some of my legislative priorities. Instead, I'm going to concentrate mostly on the good memories and say many thank yous. I say mostly on the good memories because, as you all know, especially my fellow third-termers here, we've experienced some very sorrowful times in this chamber. I'm not sure how many state representatives have passed away while serving in office, but losing 4 friends and colleagues during my 6 years in the House will always be a very sad memory. My Italian caucus friend, Peter Battaglia, Mr. Joker, John Kivala, the always friendly Julie Plawecki, who sat right in front of me, and the always passionate Isaac Robinson. They never got to give a farewell speech, but I will have fond memories of them for the rest of my life. May they all rest in peace. So the good times and thank yous. The first and biggest thank you obviously has to go to my wife, Nina. Besides putting up with me, Nina, I love you. I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you. We make a hell of a team. Then, of course, my 3 sons are next. Nick, my oldest. Having your dad as a roommate for your last 3.5 years at Michigan State probably wasn't that much fun for you, but I loved it. Angela, had a very, very rough 6 years, but I admire your attitude. You've been through more than any 25-year-old should have had to have gone through. Keep up the good fight. Antonio, I don't know anyone who enjoyed going to the events we went to more than you. You just loved being in the suite high up at Spartan Stadium or any of the other venues we went to visit. Just loved it. And you loved sleeping on your air mattress at the apartment when you spent time in Lansing. Thanks for being part of the great memories. Next up is the great staff I had during my years in the House. Travis Greer, Zoe Alstrom, Trent Wolf, Bill Drake. Your experience and guidance and commitment to serving our constituents was very much appreciated. My time was much more enjoyable and effective because of you. To my employees back home, wow, what can I say? My biggest worry coming here to Lansing was how my business was going to do without me personally being there working and overseeing the day-to-day operations. I was leaving my 15-year-old semi-successful business to a bunch of kids in their 20s. Like I said, wow. Mike Profetorici and Shelby Drewier, you're the best. Your dedication and actual concern for the store was more than I ever hoped for. I couldn't have asked for better managers. Joshua Pinkowski, Megan Beck, Megan Milner, Mike Weiss, Jordan Bradley, Bethany Nutter, and Peggy Swicka. Without all of you working so hard and being so good with our customers, I would have never been able to enjoy my time in Lansing like I was able to. I appreciate and I thank each and every one of you. On to the many thank yous to the people I met here in Lansing. Speakers Cotter, Leonard, and Chatfield. Leaders Greimel, Singh, and Gregg. Thank you for the leadership and guidance you have provided. Clerks Randall and Brown, thanks for putting up with us. I don't know how, and for that matter, why you guys do it, but thank you. Alice, as the saying goes, you don't know what you have till it's gone. We miss you, and I hope you're doing well. Oh, this is a good one. Chief Dixon, I'll never forget. I asked you the first time we met. I said, so you're really going to take a bullet for me if you had to? He looked at me kind of funny, and I'll paraphrase it and use a little better language, but you looked at me kind of funny and said, hell no, but I'll sure as hell shoot the son of a gun and put the bullet in you. Chief Dixon, to you and all the sergeants, thank you for helping us feel safe in these crazy times. To my smoking buddies, Tim Sneller, Fred Durhall, Erica Geis, Tom Cochran, Bo LaFave, and Pam Ferris. It's a nasty habit we should all quit, but boy, did we have some good conversations. To my dinner and drink friends, drink friends, Alex Garza, John Churkin, number one, Alex Garza, John Churkin, Nate Shannon, Brendan Carter, Kevin Coleman, Terry Sable, Bill Lavoie, Pat Green, and Sarah Cambenzi. Man, did we have some good times. To my golfing buddies, Leslie Love, Matt Hall, Brant Iden, Robert Wittenberg, Graham Filler, Bob Kozowski. Even though my game wasn't always the best, I do cherish the memories we've had on the course together. Paul Clemente, even though the member who replaced you was quite an upgrade, your wonderful wife, Kara, it was a pleasure serving with both of you. Others that have been a pleasure to work with and have given me many fond memories, just to name a few. There's multiples, but Mike Colton, Roseberry Robinson, Kathy Crawford, Julie and Brian Callie, Ben Frederick, Darren. Since you were my adopted candidate, I don't like to say I feel like a father, because I ain't that old, and you're not that young, but you know. John Hoadley, David LeGrand, Lana Tice. I can't not give thanks to my seatmates, Alex Garza and Robert Wittenberg for putting up with me. Our time on the floor wasn't always productive or even enjoyable, but you definitely made it much, much better. Well, that's about it. I could go on and on and on and on and on. Even though I've been gavelled down a few times standing up here, I don't want to be gavelled down during my farewell speech like somebody else we know. So that's it. That wouldn't be a good memory at all. But I thank every one of you for the 6 years I've been here. Thank you.